Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zita and I'm a boudoir and intimate portrait photographer. Have you ever got stuck in the middle of the shoot not knowing what to do next? I know I have, quite sometimes. And then I wish I had some sort of a plan. I always go into the shoot a little bit nervous because I always want to deliver my best. And I really dread the moments when I freeze and I don't know what to do. Well, after some trial and error, I have finally managed to make it a little easier on myself and break the shoot into smaller, manageable bits. Today, I will walk you through my 3x3 step formula on how I map out my boudoir shoots. So most of the time when I walk into the shoots, I have no idea what the space looks like, I have no idea what the client has brought with them, and I kind of have to be able to think on my feet. Luckily, most of the time when the client is sitting in hair and makeup, there's a little bit of time to think about a plan and write some notes down. So step 1 in building the plan is scanning the room for posing possibilities. Usually I always look for some place where I can put the subject or the client standing up, sitting down and lying down. So I will look around if there's any of these places, and then if there's any available light or if I will be forced to move things around and how. Usually for me it's the hardest to find the place for standing. If you're lucky, maybe you will find some big balcony door to frame your subject or a huge window. But in the worst case, it always works with an empty corner of a room or just a plain wall. Sitting down is usually not such a problem because we can sit on just about anything, right? You can sit on a chair, on a sofa, on a bed, on the floor, even a kitchen top. And then for lying down, if you have a bed available, then there's no need to complicate things any further. But if you have a need for something else or you want to spice things up, you can definitely use a sofa or the floor. So the next step is to check the outfits with the client. I usually recommend the client to rather bring more than less so that we have a ton of options to choose from. I will also ask them about each of the item and why they brought it, and that will give me a little bit of an insight into their personality and what they're after during the shoot. Together we're aiming at picking 3 favorite outfits. At this point I'm starting to think which outfit would suit which posing the best to actually get the client to look the most flattering. When assigning outfits different sets, I tend to think out loud in front of the client, and we're kind of trying to decide on different moods for each set. And that is the step 3, assigning a mood to each set and outfit. So I usually try to build up the photo shoot going from the most relaxed, both mood and the outfit, to the most challenging for the client. And I discuss this with the client. I don't think there's anything weird about it. If anything, it's actually good because then the client knows exactly what's coming and they won't be super surprised. I mean, it's a boudoir shoot. It's fairly vulnerable for them, and I think it's really nice to actually know what's coming next. And so when we have decided the sets, outfits and moods, I take a pen and paper or a phone and write simple notes down. It could look something like this. And so there you have it. Simple starting points to build up a boudoir shoot. 3 sets, 3 outfits, 3 moods. Of course, this list is not exhausting and you can mix and match as you like. You can do 1 outfit in all 3 different sets or 1 mood in 3 different outfits. You can combine it as you like to achieve the results that you want to achieve, or just for simple practice. If you're someone who changes locations often for their photo shoots, like you shoot in different Airbnbs or different hotel rooms, or you go to clients' homes like me, I would really recommend you to start practicing this scanning of a room wherever you find yourself in, and think about, how would I take boudoir photos in this place? Where could I put my subject for standing poses? Where could I put my subjects for sitting and lying down? This will really help you to be able to improvise. I use this formula all the time. Wherever I get, the first thing that I think about is the first thing that I look for when I get somewhere. I look for places to stand, I look for places to sit down, and I look for places to lie down. What exactly can I do in this room to make it work? and then I repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. And who knows, maybe once you have a plan, you will be able to relax, you will get into the flow, and you will not need a plan after all. The next step, of course, will be some posing, but we're going to leave it for some other video. Thank you for watching. Like if you found this video useful, comment with some questions and suggestions for next videos, and subscribe if you don't want to miss them. And we'll see you next time. You guys, this cat never sits in my lap. She really likes the boudoir videos.